So we figured out how to do linking, sort of, at least the most basic linking there is, right?
Yes.
But we still don't know where the code runs. And we don't like, it runs on the server, but we don't know how to make it run on the client, right?
yeah. We don't even know, and it seems to run on the server two different ways, right? Because one way it renders the HTML literally on the server, it appears.
Right, you get the HTML back in the response.
And then sometimes it does like a AJAX response with something that looks DOM-like, maybe.
Yes, and that is very confusing. So, we have a plan, do we not? We have a plan, and the plan is this. So, we are going to do a simple calculator app, right? It'll let you add, maybe multiply. It'll have some inputs and a button to do the calculation. And we are going to see if we can get the calculation to happen on the client.
Yes. So in theory, we know how to do the server one.
Yeah. And so I'm going to do this. So now that we know how to do links, right? We've got all this really cool linking stuff. And in fact, maybe I'll remove some of this because this is sort of not that important anymore. So we're going to go to the calculator, right? So I don't know how to make that work yet, but we'll say go to calculator. Awesome. So first of all, this should actually go nowhere, right? Like this should get I should get a 404.
And we get our beautifully styled 404 page.
So in order to make a calculator, I should just have to do, and in fact what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this guy and paste him. And then I'm going to call him calculator. Do we think that's how it works? And just say
do you think that? You should make a calculator.
Let's see.
You should make a calculator folder.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so you are correct. All right, no problem.
Pages for Dave.
It is pages for Dave. Oh, I want to move it. That's for sure what I want to do. And so he's now a page. Now I am the calculator. Awesome. Okay, very neat. So he's gonna need some controls, right? So he's gonna have an input of type text. This will be value 1, I guess. And we'll have value 2. So that'll be name is value 1. How do we do inputs in Next? Do we know?
I don't know. Do we got to do it React style? Well,
and so
React style where we got to populate values?
And so maybe what I'll do actually, here's what we could do to be really smart, guys. We could put a label in here. So this will be like value 1. And then this guy, actually what we'll do is just copy this guy, make another one. Like, what does this do? Okay, so that's cool. And then we need a button, right? And so he's gonna be calculate. And then maybe we need like an output div. So output goes here, maybe. Oh, great. So we've got, wow, that's actually really interesting. Also, I had values in here, and when I made a change, look at that. It keeps my values for me. It's kind of neat. So it's doing like the diff, right? It's only updating things that need to change.
You think that's it? So that's why it didn't. Okay, so in theory, then, if you modify that text box,
yeah. So what happens then? So if I actually say he's actually a number,
man, look at that.
What if? Okay, hold on. Now I'm real curious. Okay, so if I put like ABC or something in here, AVB, I guess, whatever, and now I switch it to number. Oh, then it clears it out. Hey, that's actually kind of cool.
Probably.
And probably we should put some non-breaking spaces in there, because that, for those that aren't familiar, is the ultimate spacer.gif. Okay, apparently it doesn't work, though. But I bet it will here and here. All right, this is the kind of styling. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay.
There's perfect now. Okay.
So now, how do we make this button? First, since this thing is on the server, how do we make it go back to the server and do the adding?
Yeah, so my question is, do you literally do React things and then it does it magically? Right? Like if we write it like a React app and then you click calculate, will it
Should we try it? And now everyone, also, one important note here is our React knowledge sort of is terminal at like React 10 or something. Back with like the class components were new. So like there's all this hook stuff. We don't know any of that. So okay, but there's the docs talk about stuff. Maybe. What are what hooks can I use? There's like set state. So you think we could just do it? Because these are all these function components.
Yeah. So you got to use the hook thing, right? Or the
Yeah, I don't know how to do that though. Is he?
We could figure it out pretty quickly.
I think. Well, here, there's a thing called use state, right?
Yeah, right. And then you tell it.
And what does he do? Yeah. Okay. What do you do? Use state. I give it undefined dispatch returns a stateful value in a function to update it.
I think you just make a var with it, don't you, or something like
So is it like val and update val or
right?
something?
And now you have right exactly. So now you have your val.
Can I give it a name? So this will be val1.
Right.
Yep. And so then this guy, so his value is just val1. Yeah. And his on change is update val1 with, and I guess this is probably like this. And he's probably like event.target.value, maybe. And he's mad. Are you gonna type string? Okay, so parse int. I'm not sure what's gonna happen if it all goes. Okay, not happy there. What are you mad about? Argument type number is not assignable to prev state undefined. Does this guy need a type? Like, is there something like this that we do? Ah!
Oh,
Look at that! Dude, incredible. God.
Just enough TypeScript to be dangerous.
Man, it's like yeah, boy, look at how sad we are. Okay. Great. So, maybe that works. Let's see. What's the best way? What we could do? Could we console log it? Like, and see if it changes? There's no way this works, dude. You think? Like...
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, export. Import use state. You're importing a component that needs use state. It only works in a client component.
Oh.
But none of its parents are marked.
Okay, so we're definitely can't do it this way.
Okay.
It educated us though. That's nice.
Okay, well, so should we do the use client one first, since that's what we're doing right now?
I suppose.
Don't we just do like this or something?
Now will it build?
Fast refresh had to do something. Okay, great. So now in the calculator here. So if I, oh, actually here, last thing. Can I give it a number? Can I start it at 10?
Yes.
Aha. Cool. So now, oh yeah, fast refresh. Oh yeah.
All right.
Hey, so we're on the client. Just like that.
So client was somehow easier than the default.
But now that he's on the client, if I reload him, like what does his network look like? Oh, interesting. So he rendered on the server.
And then like woke up.
Man, that is really cool actually. Okay, well this is great. So let's just say it's going to do addition for now. How about, right? So we got this guy, 10 plus 10, that seems good. This will be val2, I'm just going to take this guy and do one of these, and so this will be val2. Oh, the typing is good today. This will be this. And so then when we calculate, so this guy is just an on-click, right?
Yeah.
And so he is going to be, so we need an output value. So like, so the sum is output. We'll just call it sum. How about? So do we need another hook? Like, is this like, like, is that what we do?
Yeah.
So we got these hooks, man, are
well,
everywhere.
we could just always. Yeah, I guess we'll need that if we want it to not change until you click update.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't know about these hooks, man. Like, they kind of work, I guess. Okay, so now calculate. Ooh. Ah,
Yes.
dude, we are awesome. That works.
So we did what we know how to do. So I thought, oh yeah, okay, we'll have to figure out how we actually do that. So do we always have to navigate back to like routes? You know what I mean? To like like, do we need to post or otherwise navigate to routes to get it to do server side things? Right? Like if we want to calculate this on the server.
Yeah. So
But so in the all you hit calculate, it's not doing any it's not going. Yeah, so maybe change the number.
yeah, so
Yeah,
nothing.
good.
This,
All right.
man. All right. That was actually pretty cool. Okay, so first of all, quick lesson learned. You can't use hooks on the server. So the minute you use hooks, it's like, no, sorry, bro, it's not for you. But once
It does tell you that, it does not just fail silently, which is nice.
which is really nice. And number two, the client component actually doesn't. It seems to still render on the server, like the initial look of it, and then it just sort of works.
So this is a question I had actually, because I had a suspicion it would client components actually render both places. So I wonder if there's a case where if we put a console log in a client component, would you actually see it both places? Would you see it once in the server if you do a full load, and then you'd see it after that on the client when you updated it?
So we could just put one in there and see.
Yeah.
Let's try. Okay, so we're gonna try Jordan's theory. So if we put a console log, so I'll just do, like, I don't know, val1 maybe, and then like here is a value. Okay.
Okay.
So when I render this, the hypothesis is we render this, it's going to say something on the server.
Yes.
But then when we hit calculate, it's going to actually say something on the client.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Here's our reload. Here's value 10. Ooh, that's exciting.
That.
Okay, so now we'll make it 20, and then we'll get our console. Oh.
Yes, because it's re-rendering.
Oh, right. It renders every time. Right, okay, yeah.
So now, but then the server, there should just be the one. Yeah.
Boy, that's kind of mind-bending.
It's hard to think about. Yeah, so like even client, you have to think about the server sort of maybe or something. I don't.
It kind of reminds me of like ORMs, right? It's like you don't need to know SQL.
Yeah,
until you need to know SQL eventually, right? Or you do need to know. So I should be able to do. Okay, last thing. If we wanted to know like client or server, right? Like so like I'm gonna say console.log. I am on the server, and then this will be like I'm on the client, and we need an if check around this, right? And so we're gonna say so if something, and so window for sure is not going to be there, right? So if I do using our old JavaScript foo, so if type of window equals undefined, maybe that's good enough to say we're on the server, else I am on the client. I don't know what just happened there. Holy cow, Visual Studio. All right. So now, so I'm on the client, so that guy's always on the client. That's cool. But there should be an I am on the server, and here I am also on the client.
So he stubbed out.
What is window?
What do you say?
Window is not defined. Is it like this? Maybe?
I think that might be the right.
Is that the...
I think you were correct.
I'm on the server. Okay.
Okay, so the other guy still says client, I assume.
Let's hope. Yes, he does. Okay, cool.
Interesting. So you can know. Hopefully, you would hope you don't have to know, but maybe you probably.
Man, I guarantee, dude, it's just like ORMs, man. Oh, you'll never need to know. You don't need to know, and then you do need to know for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. Overall, though, I mean, I don't know. So the client component, that was really easy, actually. That would knowing almost no modern React, we managed to stitch it together.
Yes,
so that's pretty
good. We made it.
Okay, so now let's try doing it on the server with old school form posts, right? I mean, that's what we're gonna have to do.